Hey guys, Lawrence here from Unicorn Reviews. Now, through the years, cameras have changed an awful lot. We've gone from these analog cameras, instant cameras, to DSLRs, digital cameras. We then dropped the mirror and we ended up with these mirrorless cameras. We even got these super tiny action cameras now. But they all have one thing in common. You have to actually aim them at what you're shooting. So you need a person for that. So then, how on earth did I record this intro? Well, let's have a look at the Garmin Virb 360. Alright then, so 360-degree cameras, what are they all about? Well, the idea is that you put your camera somewhere and then it can capture everything going on around it. So if you're at some event, a party, a live stream of a party or a conference or a presentation, whatever, you can both see me on this side, but if I start to move around, you can still follow me, which is really awesome. Also, it gives the filmmaker a lot of freedom in a way, because sure, you no longer have to frame your shot while you're filming, but you can move around the standard viewpoint in post-production, so it can change to wherever you're going, which is really awesome, and it allows for a lot of creativity in filming, as I'll show in just a bit. Now, the Virb itself comes in this tiny little square box. It wasn't really the point I was going to do a full review on this camera, it's just to show how it works with this watch. So that's something that I'm going to talk about first. With Garmin products, they all talk to each other. So my heart rate monitor from my mountain bike can actually talk to my camera, which can also talk to the pedals on my bike. So there's a massive ecosystem going on with these Garmin products, and that's really awesome. Now, because I'm trying to film this entire video except for some B-roll on the Virb itself, let's have a look at the box this way. So the box, as I said, very square, and there's, as you can see, a lens on both sides. So you have the front lens element, so that will capture the front 180 degrees, and then the rear element will capture the rear 180 degrees. Now, there are 4 microphones in this camera, so you can have perfect spatial audio. But I think the audio quality is actually really good. Now, about the lenses though, and the image quality, there are a few different modes. So what's really awesome is you can actually film like with a normal action camera. So this GoPro Session, for example, has a 135-degree field of view. So if I film like this, it will capture 135 degrees. You can do the same with the Virb. So then it will capture a 180-degree field of view if you set it to front camera. You can also set it to only the rear camera, and you can set it to 4K 360, which is what you're watching right now. Now, what's really awesome with the Virb and the software is you can also film in RAW. I'm not doing that right now though, because you have to then stitch the video footage together in the Garmin software, and it takes forever because there's no GPU acceleration. So I'm just doing everything in 4K 360. Now, the button layout of the camera is pretty damn basic. You just have a power button to power it on or off. There's the OK button and a Wi-Fi button. These are also navigation buttons and a picture button. So you can take a picture at the press of a button or navigate the menus. However, the menus, navigating them inside the camera is not the best experience. So you should definitely use the Virb app on a mobile phone. Now, on the box right here, you can see, if you can read it, it's a rugged 5.7K spherical camera. I have a problem with that, especially the 5.7K part. You see, that's only when you record raw footage, and then you have to stitch it in the Virb software, but that won't export 5.7K footage. It can only export 4K footage. So you have to stitch it manually, which is a massive nightmare, as we all know. So that's a bit misleading. It is spherical, so all the way around. You can see my hand down here, you can also see it up there. And about the ruggedness, this thing is bomb-proof. I dropped it so many times, it's gotten so wet, so muddy, it's still working perfectly fine. The lenses haven't been scratched yet, even though it was in a bag with a bunch of cables and other hard plastic stuff. So it's very rugged, and you can even swap out the lens elements and the door and all that sort of stuff. But 5.7K, it definitely isn't. In the box you also get this tiny little tripod. It's actually quite good, but as you can see, it's tiny. And you have a really nice handle, so if you're a vlogging type of person who wants to like stroll around with the camera and talking to the camera while vlogging, that sort of stuff, that's really awesome. Now, as you can see while I'm walking around right here, the footage is really stable. That's because Garmin has spherical image stabilization. So instead of having optical image stabilization in the software. They use a gyro or some magic, and they can just adjust the sphere in which the video is captured so that the footage is perfectly stable. It's really nice, it works really well, especially on a bike. I was incredibly surprised with just how well this works. So that's definitely a massive thumbs up there. Alright, so on the box it also says 1 hour plus battery life. That's BS, like proper BS. The battery life is horrible. I was getting 25 to 30 minutes of actual recording at best. It also has basically voice control, although I've never used that one. And it has a lot of extra cool stuff. Like on the back, the connectivity isn't just NFC or Bluetooth, it also has ANT+, so it can connect to your heart rate monitor, your power meter, all that sort of stuff. Really awesome. So if I compare the footage of this €800 Garmin Virb to something like this €200 GoPro Hero 5 Session, it's just really disappointing. When you just have the normal view window that you get on your phone or on your PC, even on ultra-wide monitors, the quality looks like 480p at best. That's not awesome. For the same price, you can just buy 4 of these and one of those 360-degree adapters. If you're looking at it from a pure quality, video quality aspect, and as a filmmaker perhaps, if you're considering buying the Virb 360, I can't really recommend it. It's not meant as like professional camera, something that you're going to use to really capture high quality 360-degree video. That said though, you can really use the Virb for a lot more than what you would be able to do with 4 GoPros strapped together. So while image quality isn't the best, that doesn't mean that the Virb 360 is unusable. Where a single camera solution really shines is there's no post-processing to do. It's just 360 video straight out of the camera. You can even live stream using your phone, so I could basically stream while I'm riding my bike. About the editing software for your computer then. Well, if you think Premiere Pro is slow in exports, then brace yourself for this one. It's horrible. If you have 20 minutes of this raw 5.7K footage and you want to actually export it, by the time you import the footage from the camera into the software, then stitch it, stabilize it, then export it, about 20 minutes of footage will turn into 3 hours of encoding on a really powerful computer. There's no GPU acceleration, which is such a shame. I was really surprised by just how fun and fast stuff was looking when I recorded some mountain biking footage. Even though if you look at it from my normal camera, it really didn't look that impressive. From the GoPro it was a little bit more impressive, but this one really captures elevation, distance and speed very well. The audio quality is, I think, pretty good. It comes with enough accessories like the 2 mounts and the tripod. Battery life though, pretty damn horrible, so you might want to carry a battery pack with you because there's no easy to remove battery. Anyway guys, this video has been shot in 360, which was very challenging for me. It's why it may perhaps look really boring, or you've just been staring at my crotch the entire time, or the ceiling, whatever. I don't care. If you like this video, just press the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Also hit that bell icon so you actually get a notification whenever a video goes live. And if you want to see more, there's Instagram and Twitter linked below. Also, if you want to support me with better lights, although I've got quite a few of those, better audio or better camera equipment, there's a Patreon link also in the description down below. But for now, massive thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.